Hi, welcome to my channel where we talk all about the scientific part of manifestation or the law of assumption. Well, let's get into the subject because tonight's subject, it is so powerful. Before I start getting into this specific subject, which is the last part of this series, this video series, I want to talk a little bit about part 1 and part 2. In part 1, I talk about your real identity, your ultimate identity, that you have to stand in your identity, and from your identity, you can use or practice any manifestation technique, and the process is going to be easier. The second part, I talk about the three levels of manifestation: the physical level, the mental level, and the ultimate level, which is using your real identity, that you are one with all consciousness, one with the entire unified quantum field, and from that point, you will manifest everything faster and effortlessly. In this third part of the videos or the series, I will talk all about mental activities. Well, not all, because the information is very long. I will try to do my best to give you a very, very fair information about it. Well, let's get into the subject. In this graphic, I will explain to you about the mental activity, but also the frequencies and vibrations when we are involved in that specific mental activities. So in this first part, I will explain this. Look at this. For the people that are listening this in the podcast, I think you need to stop and switch this to video because this information is so powerful. But I will try to describe it for everybody, even for the listeners only. So this part in here, this one that is in red dots and red, which is a big, huge entity, it is what the scientific community call all consciousness with capital C, or nature with capital N, which, to make it easier, what we call God, source, the unified quantum field, whatever name you want to put it, the universe with capital U. So this one is the entity that sustains and create already the entire universe, So this source, or consciousness, nature, has a specific frequency, very fast frequency, very, very, very fast and high vibration frequency. It is logic, of course. The scientific community at this time doesn't have any equipment, any apparatus to measure the fastness of the frequency of the mind of the creator, or consciousness, all consciousness. They can measure consciousness yet, Perhaps in the near future, because we are seeing how we are going with all this technology. But for now, there is no apparatus, equipment that can measure the fastness, how fast and how great it is, the frequency of all consciousness, but it's extremely fast. It's as fast that I become like a line, It is that fast. Now, this is you or me, When we are connected, as I explained in previous video, one in our consciousness, all is consciousness, what Neville Goddard called our wonderful human imagination, which include consciousness, awareness, visualizations, visions, perceive, mental rehearsal, all those terms for only one thing, mental activities, okay? When we are in a mental activity or aware, what is our real identity that we are one with nature, all consciousness, or God, that the same virtue, same nature, we have it in also that we deserve to live a limitless life because that is our nature, that is our right, that we deserve to fulfill all our desires. And everything that the source or the all consciousness has belongs to us also. So everything that a source is, we are. Okay? When we are aware of that power, when we are very, very aware and conscious of that power, it is when we can vibrate in the higher, faster frequency. When you are vibrating in the faster, higher frequency, you will send signal or be in the same signal as source. And that is how perfection, money, love, perfect job, perfect career, perfect people, all the perfection is gonna come and be collapsed to you, or is going to be manifest to you. Okay? It is just about a mental activity. Be in your position of your real identity. It's just about being. Not about to do, but about to be. Okay? So let's move on. Now, we have other state of mind or potentials. Okay? Neville Goddard called states of mind. And the quantum physics called potentials. These potentials that I put in dots because are not manifest yet are potentials. I'm not saying that does not exist. This still exists. This is still mass. This is still physics. Because it is in potential doesn't mean that does not exist. If you can visualize it, this is deep. Pay attention to here. Pay attention. This is deep. If you can visualize, if you can desire, if you can see it, if you can perceive, if you can imagine, that already exists in the quantum field, in the quantum realm, already exists. Okay? Exists as the 3D exists right now. Not in the future, not in 5 years, but exist. No exist in the other dimension, in another world, in another planet. No. Exists right now. Exists. It's an existence. That's why you can perceive, you can catch it with your mind, with your imagination. Okay? So imagine that, or let's imagine that is a past. That's why I put in here a line. That is the line of time as we perceive the time. Because the time does not exist. The only time that exists is right now. Now. You can remember the past and feel like the time is linear. But remember, the past, it is the past. Now exists as a potential because it is already gone. It is a potential. If you keep remind the past to yourself, what you are doing is activating this potential and bring it again to the future. Okay? You are doing, it is activating potentials. So when you understand that the past, it is also a potential that you have better options today, so you will quit remembering the harmful past. Then, If you remember, oh, I remember when I was millionaire, I had money, and I had my son or my daughter, and this and that. Okay, you are in the past. This is a potential, but this potential, it is under other frequency. You see, your mind is connected to a different slow frequency, lower frequency, far from source. This is the frequency of source. So as far you are from source, worse you will feel because the frequency is lower. That's why here it is the wave a little bit open than this one. So let's move on to the other one. So imagine that you have a job, or somebody has the job and they don't like the job. Oh, I don't like the job. I hate it. I can't stand the people in this job. This is a frequency that you are vibrating to. It is a slow frequency. Okay? And this is somebody that is sick, and this and that. So all these are potentials. You can be out of those potentials when you switch your mind. As Neville explained, it's just occupying another state. Okay? But you need to understand, this is no metaphysics like perhaps it's gonna happen. You need to believe, no, this is quantum physics. Those states exist. Those states are potential. Those potential are photons. And I will explain that in further videos. That's why you need to be so stick to this channel, because all the information that you will get in here, it is so powerful. And you can use it every single moment of your life. This is another example. Now, thinking about the future, okay? You could be thinking about the future and being in a low vibration. Oh, well, I want to be a millionaire. I desire to be a millionaire. It is not a perfect feeling because it is not under the perfect identity. That's why sometimes you are affirming, visualizing, doing any technique in manifestation and feel so bad because you still are not lined up. You're still thinking about money, but you don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel great because you are not in the perfect identity. And the frequency, the vibration, it is slow. This one, well, I'm married, but the person that I'm married to or I'm dating or my boyfriend or my girlfriend is not the person that I really like. But she or he pay the bills, we share the bills and it's okay. It is not my passion. So what happened? You are living in this vibration, in this low frequency. And another potential that you can quit. When you want, you have all the options. You select whatever potential you want. You select whatever state you want. And this, it is a future potential of sickness or any other whatever terrific, horrible future because you were watching or somebody was watching the news and that feels sad because what I saw in the news. Okay, now you are connected to a low frequency and vibration. When you understand the vibration and frequency is the language of the unified quantum field, which is the universe. There is no word to say, there is nothing to do but vibrate in the perfect frequency. So what is the perfect frequency? The perfect frequency, it is when you are connected to source. What some call gamma wave, which is measured by certainly neuroscientific people with the EEG or some equipment that they can, or EEG that they can measure. So this one can be measured. So you need to be aware. I don't want you to be now all day long. Oh, I need to be in this frequency. What frequency is this? No, not aware in that way. But when you have a feeling and emotion that is telling you you are not lined up because you feel or bad or low or with bad emotion, feeling, thinking about the future, even though it's a future that perhaps you want, or in the past, you need to come back, line up to the present. Because in the present, the sweet spot of the present, you have everything. You have a perfect amount of money that you all the time dream of. You have the love of your life. You have the perfect, beautiful life that you desire. Because you have a blueprint, but your blueprint is going to be reveals to you, or you will feel it when you are connected to source, to all consciousness, when you are connected with nature, with capital N. Let me tell you something in here about when you are connected to source. You will be asking, well, how I will know what my blueprint is? How I will know what I have to follow? It's very simple and easy. Your desires. You have desires every single second. Could be a desire to drink something. Could be a desire of have something or somebody. Could be a desire of being something. Could be a desire of eat something. Follow your desires. Desire to desire, moment to moment. If you don't have that specific thing or person at that time, follow your desire in your mind. Just occupy that state, because when you are following your desire, occupy your state, you are vibrating in the higher frequency, higher vibration, and you are collapsing all the quantum possibility or state. And there is more, you are collapsing time and space, how you understand time and space. That means that everything that you desire, it is so perfect when you are lined up. And only in the very present moment, which is the only time that exists, it is when you can have it all. And perfection, fast, amazing, great, because that is the purpose of life. To live an amazing life, to live having it all in perfection. And the technique, it is simple. Use any technique, visualization, vision, affirmation, whatever technique make you feel good, but using it in the real identity that you are one with source, that you deserve all your desires. Actually, that your desires already exist in the unified quantum field. So I will close this video telling you that this is the best and ultimate identity. Use it. Be. Don't do what I have to do, nothing. What I have to be you. Be you, one with source. If you like this content, I will ask you to subscribe to my channel, because I will be uploading more and more information for your benefit, for you to thrive in life. Also, I will ask you to leave a comment, a heart, an emoji, and you can also ask me a question. Just leave a question in the chat, and I will answer to you. And well, for now, we will finish this part of the videos, and I will start a new series that is all about the science secrets of the law of assumption. We will get into the deep scientific explanation and how we use it, or we will use it consciously to thrive in life. See you in the next videos.